Alright, third time's a charm. I updated my phone, it updated YouTube. It shouldn't crash on me anymore when I'm trying to record. Anyway, I'm here to do a flip through of my 36th and 37th journal. This one I nicknamed Lupin, or Lupine, I don't know how to pronounce that flower's name. But this one lasted me all through the month of August. I really don't remember much about this one, so please bear with me. This one I also got at Dollar Tree. And this one, Virgo, lasted me through the month of September. This was a Peter Popper press that I got online on Amazon years ago, and I just now started to use it, and I really loved it. This is definitely one of my favorite journals that I decorated. This one is my current journal. I don't need to really worry about that one yet, so yeah. I'm really sorry about not posting in a while. I was just really struggle busing with depression or being busy or tired or all the above, and yeah. Trying to make more time to record and stuff like that. So this journal, this was all blank, but I decorated it with a paper doily from Dollar Tree that I colored with a few of my distress inks. And some decals. I had to color this one black because it was all white, so I'm like, this is not gonna show up. My calendar for the month of August. Oops. Trying to cover up some of the clutter a little bit. I was low-key kind of struggle busting with depression during this one, and then it kind of got really worse toward the end. This was from when we went to Cedar Point. The first day was really rough because it was going to be a beach day, but it was too cold, so we ended up going into the park, but we were all super tired, and I was really trying to not be bitchy about being tired or whatever, but it turns out I did the opposites. I was like extra bitchy, and I'm like, okay, and like it was awful, and then a seal took a fat dump on my shoulder. And the second day we went to the beach, and it was all fine. I don't do saltwater beaches, but freshwater beaches I can stay at all day. As long as I don't have to get, as long as I don't as long as the sand stays below my knees for the most part. I know it's sedimentary, so it's gonna get everywhere despite my efforts. But as long as I pretty much keep the sand below my knees, I'm fine. I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't pack a swimsuit because I need to get a new swim attire set up because I have like men's swim trunks and a men's swim shirt, but that was all from when I was like much more endowed and stuff like that, so it doesn't fit me right, and plus when I swim it gets super heavy, like ridiculously heavy. So yeah, I need to think of a new swimsuit routine. And then the third day was better. Well, I mean, it was fine. We went home, but we kept getting detour after detour after detour after detour after detour because the main road that we were trying to go home through was under construction, so we ended up going through like every cornfield in the middle of Ohio. It seemed like it was so stupid. It was really crazy. This day I went to go visit my nephew, my brother, and my sister-in-law with my other sister, and I love my nephew so much. He's so cute. He is so big. Like, I want to guarantee that either when he gets older, he's either going to be super freaking tall or he's going to be quarterback built. Like, he cracks me up. He's so cute. And he's like starting to smile and like giggle, and like my sister-in-law sends me videos of him, and I'm just like, my heart, I want to hold him, but like, you're so far away. Because they moved to an apartment that's like an hour or so away. Like, it's crazy far, and nobody really knows why they moved that far out, but I don't know at this point. I just hope that they're gonna be okay. Again, I don't remember a lot about what was happening, but Oh, I think I was starting my, cross-training to be a cook during this journal. Because at work, I am now a server, but I'm also trained to be a cook, even though I'm not that good at it, because I'm still kind of learning some things, but I can jump on grill if I need to. And I have been a cook by myself for most shifts, or for some shifts lately, and I mean, for the most part by myself, like, I'll have, like, an aide, but she's mostly in the back doing prep work, like waffle batter, putting eggs in the cages, like, little things that we have, and then putting them in the fridge, helping us put away stuff. I don't usually, it's very rare that I'll actually call her over to help me cook, because I know that that's super important stuff to do, and I really appreciate that she helps me, and stuff like that. So yeah, so the past few days, like the past couple of days, I have bought her and the other servers Starbucks. Because we work not too far off from a Starbucks, like it's in the same, like, area. Like we could walk there if we wanted to, it's that close. But I think only their drive-thru's open because I think somebody in that store tested positive for COVID, but yeah, I have bought the servers and her Starbucks for 2 days in a row, and they're like, let me pay you back, and I'm like, no, you're not paying me back. I appreciate every single one of you, and I love you guys. This is how I'm paying you back. So yeah. Again, I don't remember a lot about what's happening here, so I'm just kind of keeping it up to date with what's going on at work. But you'll hear a lot about what's been going on with my work right now in my next journal, but it's been interesting. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. I was really struggle busting with depression at the end of this, so I just skipped a lot of pages. And I was testing out all my purple and, like, some pink stuff. I tried to, like, stay... So, like, with some pages, I tried to stick with the most purple I could. But in some cases, like the Cedar Point pages, as long as it kind of fit the color palette well, like, I didn't care if there was, like, some pink or yellow or whatever other color, as long as, like, the main featured color was purple. And that's a fun way to do, like, color palette stuff. Like, as long as the primary color used is the color that you want, you can add accents of color. Like, I feel like that was my biggest thing, like, you know, I don't have to limit myself to everything purple or everything this color. So I guess that can kind of help. Hopefully that's good advice for anybody who wants to do, like, a monochrome journal. So yeah, this is a Peter Popper press. It has an elastic. I just kept it off for the sake of this video. I really love this journal. This was one of my favorite ones to complete. It got a little chunky. It's kind of small. I thought it was going to be, like, one of their, like, medium-sized ones, but this is, like, their pocket-sized ones, which I didn't mind. It's just, like, oh, wasn't what I was expecting, but it's still pretty. This is the inside cover. This is one of those thermal stamps that happened during the solar eclipse, but because it's so cold where I am, I really can't get it to show. Like, I'll keep my thumb on it for a while. I'll, like, heavily breathe on it, like, to heat it up. It won't do anything. So, it's there for, like, a surprise for later. Some gem alphabet stickers for the name of the journal, and then the Virgo constellation, and then the Virgo symbol. Just a lot of Virgo stuff, just to kind of say this is the name. I did this, like, collage with some bits that I had. I'm trying to use up all my space, or most of my spacey stuff. And this is a stamp that I got from Joann's out of this set. And I just kind of highlighted a little bit, like, with a white gel pen because it didn't show some of the parts of it, so. And then it says here, she whispered it softly under the stars. Before you say goodnight, promise me one thing. Offer to my heart every dream that lingers. This is all just a bunch of random word stickers from, like, a Tim Holtz set. Pardon me. And I love making, like, small poetry or small stories with it. I think it's so pretty. And then one of my pen pals designed this and sent this to me along with the other Evolutions and a bunch of other stickers that I haven't gotten around to using yet because I'm hoarding them because they're so nice. But I put this one in here, and then I put the Espeon one, which is the opposite version of this one of Umbreon, in another journal, which is the Galaxy Peter Popper press. Like, it's all purple and stuff, and it kind of fit Espeon better. And then I added this image and the tape ages ago. And it says, I remember thinking as a child that diamonds were stars that fell from the sky as shooting stars. And then as this journal kind of progressed, I added like these little small star stickers, this little holographic star to kind of make it pop. And this like rocket and the planet sticker. And then this is a piece of cardstock from Hobby Lobby, but I don't shop there anymore for good moral ethic reasons. Because they legitimately support anti-LGBTQIA plus organizations, and they support conversion camps for LGBT youth. And I don't support that, so I haven't shopped at Hobby Lobby in years, or in months, or a year or so. Just find it in your heart to try to shop there less. Because the more you shop there, the more you're telling them it's okay to support people like me being tortured, saying that we're going to hell because of who we are. Same thing with Chick-fil-A. I don't usually get on people's cases about Hobby Lobby, but I will get on everybody's cases about Chick-fil-A because they're more open about it. They're way more open about being, like, homophobic, and it disgusts me. Like, their chicken's not worth it. It's not even, like, it doesn't even taste that good. I don't know what people see in their chicken. Like, I've had better nuggets or chicken sandwiches. Trust me, I have. Like, people have said that Waffle House chicken's better than Chick-fil-A chicken. I'm like, yes. Yes. Oh. But yeah, anyway, this is my calendar for September. Not a lot on here. I did add this Julian sticker not too long ago. I do have Julian on my island. The last time I actually played Animal Crossing was on my birthday, so it's been a minute. I've been playing other games, though. I just haven't played Animal Crossing in a while. I'll explain more about this holographic tape piece later. I used gelatos. I used like 2 or 3 colors with the corners, and I used these clear stamps that I have from Michaels a while ago. And I did my sun, my moon, and my rising sign on the corners. And I put a little teeny tiny holographic star that I also got from, like, it's like a big, like a pretty good sized sheet, but it's got like hundreds of teeny tiny, like, I have to get tweezers to apply these teeny tiny stickers to the largest stars in the constellations. So I don't remember the names of all of them, but yeah, I just put them on there to kind of make like a fun little accent. These pages were inspired by Paperworm. I just took a bunch of my small stamps and I just put one of them on each of the top parts of the pages or the bottom parts. I really love how these pages look. I want to try and do this again soon. This was so much fun. This was washi sample that was sent by the same pen pal that sent me the Umbreon sticker as well as a bunch of other stickers. I've been like hoarding the stuff that she sends me, and I feel bad, but like it's so nice. But I was good, and I used some of it. I used some of them. I used the same stuff that I used. Some parts here and other parts, but I really like how some of these pages look. Like, a lot of these pages, I love how they look. I think there's only like 1 or 2 sets of pages that I really can't stand how they look. I love these green pages, though. Like, these are some of my favorite ones were the green ones. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I love how I use this, like, cutout washi tape and this, like, green shiny washi tape. And then this, I love it. I love it so much. This one made me feel like I was Holly from Journal with Dolly. Like, I don't know what it was. I know it's not nearly as elaborately decorated as hers, but I feel like I kind of channeled her a little bit with this set. I also, sorry, my hand's like right underneath my tripod because I'm trying to like use both my hands. So I have these washi sticker things from Walmart. I already peeled off the stuff from late 2019, and I peeled off the rest or no, from early 2020, and I peeled off the rest of 2020's months to put them in a small sticker book so I could easily peel them off and slap them down where I need them. But this is the rest of this is all 2021, maybe a little bit of 2022, but I'm not too sure. I haven't really unraveled the whole thing, but these are really nice. Like, these are at Walmart. Like, I've had something like this similar, but it wasn't manufactured right, so it was like the same 3 months over and over and over again, so I wasted like $2 or $3, which wasn't terrible, but like I was kind of mad. So yeah, I was trying like every way to like salvage it, figure out if I could recycle it or do it for whatever. I'm just like, I can't fucking do this. So yeah, this is really nice. If you find this at your local Walmart, pick it up. It's really nice. If you want to. I'm not saying buy it now, but like if you want to, it's really nice. I would recommend it. Oh, and what I used for this was a mixture of Distress Oxide inks and Faber-Castell gelatos. Same with the front, like the gelatos that I used. This is some more of washi samples from the same friend. I need to really reply to pen pal. I have like 3 or 4 of them sitting in front of me, and I'm just like, I need to write, but like, I gotta run errands later today when my mom gets home. I don't like adulting stuff. So what happened, you'll see this, but I wrote the date on the wrong pages, so I just ended up writing the date on the top of every page, and it kind of sucked after I had to do it for so many pages. I'm just like, okay, God, I'm done. This is when I was working 3rd shifts, because the 3rd shift cook was really wanting help on the weekends, Friday and Saturday specifically on 3rd shift, because they get super busy and it gets overwhelming for her. And it's understandable. It doesn't matter that she is she a rock star? Well, she's the assistant general manager and she's been working at Waffle House for a while, but that's I understood, like, the 3rd shift can get really crazy on the weekends. So I was there to help her, and it's been going on for like there was a few weeks where I would work some days as a cook on 2nd, or a server on 2nd, and then a cook on 3rd for 2 days out of the week. And then I would get an extra day off because I was getting more hours through 3rd shift, because 1st shift is 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., so about 8 hours. Yeah, about 7 or 8 hours. 2nd shift is 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., so about 7 hours, like 7 or 8 hours. And then 3rd shift is 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., so about 10 hours. It's a little weird how that balances out, but I'm not, you know what, whatever. But yeah, I was getting Sundays off because I was working additional hours because of me picking up these 3rds. So yeah, that was what was happening. And I would bring my journal because some of the time, like, the downtime on 3rd was ridiculous. But when it gets busy, it gets busy. I'd quickly put my journal away or move it to the side on the counter that we put our stuff on, and I just start cooking and stuff. I love how this page looks too. I don't know what it is about the green pages, but the green pages are my favorite pages for the most part. I used like cracked pistachio, and then I used mowed grass to like put stamps on the stars, and then I put some other stamps that I have, and then I highlighted some of them with gold, like a gold gel pen. I just really love it. I like these pages too. These pages are really fun. I don't know what it is. This whole journal is just like a nice aesthetically pleasing journal for me, I think. Except for these pages. I don't like how these pages turned out at all. These pages are awful. I hate these pages. Oh, let's skip them. Ah, get out of my face. Okay. think I was... Oh, so apparently... So the cook that we have on second, we have, in all technicalities, we only have 2 cooks. Like 2 primary hire cooks on second shift where I work. And because of how low number of cooks that we have, I volunteered to cross train to be a cook. So that way, 1, if emergency case scenario happens, I can jump on grill and help out. Or if they get overwhelmed, I can quickly stop what I'm doing to help them out, or whatever the case may be. Or if you just want me to cook for another shift, I can do it, depending on what shift it is and I will need help. Like, there is no way I'm cooking on a first shift. I don't want to touch first shift. First shift scares me. And plus, first shift's kind of like, they think they're the cream of the crop, but they don't do, barely any of them do their side work. Just saying. Anyway, so it says that, the cook that we had scheduled didn't called off, like, legitimately last minute. And he's been doing that a lot, or he hasn't answered, or this cook is becoming a problem to the point where, like, I'm surprised either he hasn't quit or he hasn't been fired, because he's been so incompetent that he has his hours heavily reduced, and he's ranked as a grill master, which is, so how it works, the system of, like, grill operators is, grill operator, it's like you're fresh, you're training, whatever. There's masters, which is where, you know, you have a better grasp of what you're doing, you're better, like, you're more capable of cooking. And then there's rock star, which is, like, you know, you're very universal, you're a pro, whatever. That's the tier system with grill operators. But there was one third shift that the servers were telling me about. He was the only cook, and he was taking over an hour to get food out. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, apparently both the servers were having, like, anxiety attacks because of it, and I'm like, first off, why? Second off, how? It's Waffle House. And third, how is he not, like, fired or whatever? Because it's like, that's not good at all. And they were saying because he was refusing to touch the meat grill, which is stupid. The only time you should put meat on the hash brown grill is when either the meat grill's being cleaned, it's cheesesteak, because cheesesteak cooks so quick it makes your head spin. Or you just need a little more space. Like, you just need a little bit more space, like throw, I don't know, a thing of sausage down or whatever. You should barely put meat on the hash brown grill. And he's such a perfectionist with it, so it's like you're taking longer than necessary to cook, especially because the hash brown grill, I'm not going to go in the rant about this. Anyway, it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. He doesn't even do his side work either, which has pissed off everybody else. Everybody else in the past. This was my birthday. I was working a third. Oh, so, I walked into work. I had all these pages pre-decorated, by the way. All these pages were pre-decorated before I walked into work, because I knew I wasn't going to have a lot of time to do it. So I walked into work, and I got there at about like 7:30ish, because I walked to work and it was later in the day, so I wanted to make sure I still had daylight when I was walking. I was sitting in the back room with one of my coworkers on second. He's a server, and he's 16, just for frame of reference. He's 16 years old, and he's fun to be around, but he's not the most efficient worker. But I was sitting in the back and we were talking, and he was saying how he was talking about how we were talking about something that we had to do, or something that people do. And he's like, "Ugh, I hate that stuff so much. I would sacrifice my firstborn child just to not do that ever again." I don't even know what it was. But I'm like, if you had a kid, I don't think it would last 20 minutes because of how, like, crazy you could get. And he's like, well, it's almost happened. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lecture you, but how is it that people like you who are 16 years old are getting around, and I'm 24 and I don't even know, like, how to even talk to people? And he's like, well, if I looked like you, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm like, I was floored. I was laughing so hard. And I'm like, and that's when I hit him, Your Honor. And he was laughing so much too. And I told the cook and the servers later that night what he said, and the cook was cracking up, and the server's just like, he said that? I'm just like, no, trust me, I knew he didn't have any malicious intent. I know him that well enough to say I didn't know he didn't have any malicious intent, but my God, was that funny. Oh my God, it was so hilarious. I'm like, you found that golden window opportunity to roast me, and you went at it. You went out for blood. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, does it look like I give a crap? I know I'm ugly. It was so funny. Anyway, I had to tell that story about that roast. That was the funniest thing. Again, I took no offense to it. None at all. I knew he didn't have any malicious intent. He just has no filter. He just has zero filter. And it was just the funniest thing I have ever heard. Like, I'm like, happy birthday to me when he was done. It was so funny. But yeah, so this big holographic stuff, it's a roll that's legitimately this big. Like, I have big rolls of washi tape, but this is like 5 times as big as that. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. So when I say that I have girthy rolls of washi tape, I have this holographic one, and then I have like a rose or like a dark red flower one. They're huge. Like, girthy's probably not the most appropriate word for it, but you know what? It is what it is. But I really love how these pages turned out. These were a lot of fun to do once I figured out what I was doing. And I loved it. So, on my birthday, after, when first shift came in, the manager comes in on first shift. And I was kind of chilling in the back while, you know, first shift was starting up their stuff, doing whatever. I was just kind of chilling in the back waiting on either my mom or something, or getting told it's okay to clock out. And he said, I'm getting too old for this shit. Like he always does. Like he always says stuff like that. He's just like, I'm getting too old for this shit. And I'm like, haha, same. And he's like, haha, you have you have a long ways to go, Mason. And I said, I think I have a liberty to get by with that joke today. And he's like, why? Because it's my birthday today. Oh, I thought it was tomorrow, my bad. Happy birthday. And I'm like, thanks, Bill. It's on your computer this week. It's been on your computer screen all day this week. But thanks. And then the cook on first shift, he was walking past me, and he's always like, good morning, Mason. I'm like, how are you doing today? And I said, tired as always, mean as ever, but now I'm a year older. He didn't catch that, and he's like, yep. I'm just like, you didn't hear that. And he's like, you're what? And I said, tired as always, mean as ever, and now a year older. Well, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, thanks. Like, I was wearing like a pretty good sized birthday button. Like, I don't know how they didn't see it or anything or whatever, but like, I don't like celebrating my birthday for the most part. I really don't like celebrating my birthday. The most I want to do on my birthday is be told happy birthday by people that know, or if they happen to notice a birthday button or whatever that I wear. I don't want to have to like provoke, but I'm just like, I feel like I had to provoke that a little bit with them just to kind of tease them. And like, just super casual dinner or lunch, whatever, but nobody bring up my birthday so that way they sing to me. I hate it. I hate it when I go to a restaurant and people sing happy birthday to me. I hate it so much. Like, I want to walk out and just walk home. Like, I don't want to do it. All I really did my birthday was work, come home, open up a few presents for my mom, and then sleep. I didn't do anything else that day. Yeah, I didn't do anything else that day. And then I had to go into work later that night because I had to work another third. But yeah, that was the funniest frickin' thing. That was just the funniest frickin' thing that ever happened, that roast. Yeah, just more writing about work. I don't like being fawned over on my birthday. I really don't. Like, I'll set up small reminders, like, my birthday's coming up, or whatever. But, like, I don't like people, like, really making a fuss over it. I don't like people making a fuss over it. I really hate it. It makes me feel so narcissistic. I just spent, like, hours, it feels like, talking about just what happened the day of my birthday, or the shift of my birthday. Oh, I bought a, I think a Heidi Swap hole punch, and I was trying to... Sorry, one of my coworkers is texting. I have to check it out in a minute. But, I got this, like, Heidi Swap hole punch set from Michael's on sale for, like, half off. And I was experimenting with it, and I didn't even think that maybe part of it won't fit in the spine, so... This is really fun, but it makes a bit of a mess. Like, that's why there's all these, like, little bits out of it, because it has a lot of bits to punch out. But it's really pretty, though. I like it a lot. It was just kind of me writing about mundane things. I was kind of tired, and I wasn't putting much effort into decorating at this point. Lots of writing, though. I wrote like a fiend in this journal. I don't know what it was, but I was writing so much in this journal. And yeah, I wasn't able to write for the previous weekend because I was really busy, but it ended up working out because I had like a couple of pages left, and I'm like, bye. I was experimenting with that hole punch, and I wasn't aware that they had like stoppers for the corners, so I'm like, okay, great, wish I knew that out. Figure that out later. And just testing stuff. And then in the back cover, it's just a few like remnant stickers or just whatever I felt like putting back here. And there's nothing in the pocket though. I haven't been putting anything in pockets lately in my journals, but yeah, I can finally put these journals away. I really love this journal, and I hope to use more journals like this in the future. I know my November one is going to be the same size and brand, but just the hedgehog one. I just don't have it within arm's reach right now, but I really like these journals. I want to try to use more Peter Popper presses in the future because they're just so nice. So nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm not going to do anything with my next journal. Well, I'll probably just give you a small preview, if anything. Yep, that's all you're going to get for now. But yeah, I kind of miss recording videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye!